Hi friends, welcome to week 5 of our class. You did a great job in week 4. You all clearly understood the reading for the week and you made great connections to your own educational environment. Everyone picked up on different things and it was definitely interesting to see how your colleagues are also in very different places when it comes to integrating tech for the eye makers. As you read the chapters, did you have the same opinions of the eye makers as you did a year ago in 523? It was very clear to me that you can all see how their needs are not necessarily being met. Your reflections of your colleagues' area of need are the perfect segue into this week's work on the TPDP as we start to talk about the needs analyses. But before we move on, where does this artifact belong in your ISTE Coach portfolio? So let's first look at the introduction to the TPDP. It is due on Sunday, 2 days from now, but I'm completely fine if you need more time. I have AUP projects in 523 that are due this weekend too. As you work on your drafts of the TPDP, keep in mind it's a working document. You've heard me say before, I want this to be something that you actually implement. I want it to be meaningful for you and your school. With that in mind, it is a working document. So when you get feedback, make sure you look at it and make revisions. In 536 in summer, you created a TPDC. You created curriculum. You completed an introduction. This introduction is very similar to that one. You may want to flesh things out more and you'll see the subheadings or the headings may be in a different order. Now, the needs analysis. You reflected on where you think your colleagues may need extra support when it comes to tech integration in student-centered ways. Well, now it's time to actually find out. Think about the PD you've attended that was not meaningful, not at your level, and therefore not valuable. We want to avoid this. So just like we do with students, to find out where your colleagues need support. You based your TPDC on the data we collected from all of you. I can assure you that the data you get from your school will somewhat mirror that data. This week, your job is to look at the resources and the examples and start to develop a survey that you can give your colleagues so that you can actually determine their needs. Knowing their needs will result in a plan and the 2-hour session that is just going to be amazing. When you're ready, share a draft of questions. Try not to link us to the actual survey as we don't always have access, and depending on how you set up the form, it can be difficult for us to go through the survey without actually answering the questions. The actual needs analysis assignment is not due for several weeks. Finally, you should be continuing on your grant or your conference proposal. It's due in 2 weeks. I feel like you're all in pretty good shape with this as we talked a lot about it when we Zoomed earlier in the course. I'll be in Zoom again on Tuesday evening if you do have questions about this or the needs analysis. Finally, don't forget to tweet this week.